Hi everyone, Phil Aston here from nowspinning.co.uk. I just wanted to say a few words about Leslie West, who sadly passed away yesterday at the time of making this video. It's difficult, and I know by running a channel like this and being from the generation of rock fans that I am, that I could be doing more of these videos, and in fact if I'd started the channel a few years ago, there will be so many other artists no doubt I'd have been sitting here doing a similar thing for. But I want to make sure that any of these that I do, it's because I genuinely loved the artist, and Leslie West was one of those people. I love guitar players, I love rock guitar, and Leslie West had a really rich, fat, P-H-A-T as he called it, sound. An absolutely incredible guitar sound. Now what I'm going to say now might sound a bit off the wall, but to me he was like America's version of Paul Kossoff in places. Now bear with me. Leslie West played less notes, but they made more of an impact, just like Kossoff. Obviously Leslie West was more a distorted rock sound, but his delivery to me was really similar. I mean, what makes a really good guitar player? Is it the speed that they play? Is it the feeling they have between the notes? Is it their composition skills? I think any musician, artist, vocalist, whatever, it's about, you could be making a cup of tea, you could be working at home, and music comes on and it alters the atmosphere of that room. It changes how you feel in here. It hits you here. It lifts your mood. It alters what you were thinking. And to me, Leslie West guitar playing and vocals, he's not just a guitarist. He is an absolutely fantastic rock vocalist. That passion and that growly rock blues, dripping with blues angst voice is what Leslie West is about. Many of you will know him from Nantucket Sleigh Ride, especially in the UK, which used the soundtrack, on the TV. And I think the Road Goes Forever On's version is probably the definitive version of that track. And he's been going for such a long time, and he's made such fantastic music. In fact, what I'm going to be playing today is the album Alligator. It's not a very long album, but that first track, Sea of Fire, and my God, in 2020 do we all feel around the world as if we've been going through a sea of fire. But you just listen to his voice on that, and his guitar playing. It's a great album. But some of the highlights for me was Bruce Laing's Why Don't You album from '72. You know, that riff on Why Don't You? I mean, heavy metal later on, that kind of downward playing on with the plectrum was the way a lot of rock songs started. I'm sure that was probably the first place that existed. But it's not just his lead playing, it's his rhythm sound on Love Is Worth the Blues. After the second verse, when that rhythm comes in and it's a descending chord sequence, it's so rich and wide, and it's like the first Montrose album. It's just epic. And as his guitar riff goes downwards, Jack Bruce's riff goes upwards, and then they meet in the middle for this stunning emotional guitar solo that just sounds absolutely incredible. I remember the John Peel show when he introduced the live track, The Doctor, off Live and Kicking, and that made me sit up. I think that's one of the, going back a long time, but I remember hearing that and say, wow, who is this? It's just absolutely fantastic guitar playing. Another highlight for me is on the album Dog in the Dirt, when he played that live version of Red House by Jimi Hendrix, which is one of his favourite songs. The guitar solo and the guitar sound, it's just incredible. And he's a bit like Ronnie Montrose in the way it was a low register, how he played those guitar solos that started way down. A lot of guitarists start straight up, really high notes, don't they? But Leslie West started quite low on the low register, and it had that really rich kind of pinched harmonics and everything. He was doing that way before a lot of other people even thought of it. But again, it's his voice. Stormy Monday from the Atlanta Festival. It could be Isle of Wight, so forgive me if I'm wrong on that. But it's you can get it on the Over the Top compilation album. Absolutely brilliant. Slow Blues from the follow up West Bruce Laing album. I'm trying to think of all the things I'm going to be playing today that really bring home, what a great guitarist he was. And also another one that you may not be aware of so much is the tribute he did to Bob Dylan, Under Mountains emblem, I think, Masters of War. Seek that out. I think Ozzy Osbourne sings on that as well somewhere. Absolutely fantastic guitar player. And our heroes are reaching that age. And so as you people who watch this video, play some Leslie West today. And if you discover this video in years to come and you've never heard of the guy, check out some of the things that I've mentioned today and give him a spin. Oh, but another one I must mention is Third Degree, again off West Bruce Laing's Why Don't You album, but it was also done on a more recent solo album, and also Joe Bonamassa loves that track as well. So Leslie West, thank you for the music, thank you for the emotions that you've spread into the world for good, and just thank you, and thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you again. Thank you.